I'm leaving LA.
No, like actually, I'm fully moving away. And I'm not gonna lie, it's a little sad. But before I go, I needed to make this vlog. I will be romanticizing my life here one last time before I move. I'll be showing you my favorite spots, saying goodbye to my dream LA apartment, and of course, letting you know where I'm moving next.
A new era is upon us. I've been living in LA for a year now, and I am over it. Let's discuss why I am moving. In 2024, it felt like I fell into this huge comfort zone, which led to me feeling unmotivated and like I didn't have enough passion, ambition, or drive to do anything. I started to put out into the universe that I wanted my spark back. I've been craving that fire back. Suddenly, it felt like all of these things started happening for me. I finally let go of the things that were holding me back. I went into my single era. I pushed myself out of my comfort zone more when I came to traveling this year, and I realized that I felt the most creatively inspired when I was traveling, and that was also when I had the most fun filming. Like, I love creating travel content, and I've just realized that something that brings me a lot of happiness is an adventure. That is what excites me in life. I just feel like I need a challenge in my life again. I need something that is going to make me uncomfortable, and so I decided that that is going to be moving away. I want to live somewhere that is going to creatively inspire me. I feel like LA isn't really doing that for me, which I feel like just has to do with the fact that I've lived here my entire life. There's nothing wrong with LA, honestly. I would move back here. I just feel like in this point in my life, it has served its purpose. Honestly, the only reason I continue to live in LA is because of the convenience. Like, living here meant that I would get to go to all the cool LA events, which I'm so grateful that I've gotten to attend. I also live really close to my management. I've gotten to meet so many cool influencers that do the same thing as me. That's honestly one of the biggest things I'm gonna miss, is the friendships that I've gotten to make here. And before I leave, I'll be making sure to be setting up some dates with the girlies because I will miss them deeply. But something that's also really cool about my job is the fact that I can literally live anywhere. There's nothing holding me here. And I'm in a point in my life right now where I'm single, I have no kids, I get to live by myself, and I get to be as crazy and spontaneous as I want to be. So I should be being crazy while I still can. And so I decided that in honor of being in my young 20s, I will be moving to New York. And it's already been done, guys. By the time you're seeing this, I will already be living there. I honestly don't know what I'm getting myself into. This might be one of my biggest regrets, or this might be one of my best decisions that I've ever made. We shall find out. And that is all that you're getting for now. We're gonna go get some matcha this morning. We're gonna be spending my last few days in LA together. Now that I'm leaving, I decided to stop gatekeeping. Let me go show you some of my favorite spots, my go-tos. First, let's start off with my go-to matcha spots. So I had discovered this hidden gem in Koreatown a while ago, which is this coffee shop named Stagger. They serve the best matcha, which I have been gatekeeping. It has been my favorite go-to matcha. I always bring my laptop and do my work here as well. You know, living in LA has made me delusional. Because tell me why. I have just normalized so many things that I used to consider crazy. Like when I first came here and I would go to matcha shops and the matchas would come out to $7+, I would always flinch at the price. Like, what the heck? And now it's just normal to me. Also, driving here is insane. I'm sure you are all aware that the traffic and parking out here is no joke. I thought that by living in LA, I'd be so much closer to everything and just getting around would be a lot quicker versus having to drive into the city every single time. I live in downtown, and that just means that if I want to leave downtown, it's going to take me anywhere between 30 minutes to an hour, possibly even 2 hours, depending on the traffic. And no, I'm not being dramatic. And one thing about me is that I hate driving. Like, I will avoid driving at all costs, and that is another reason that I chose to live in downtown, because that is probably one of the most walkable areas in LA. Everything you can think of is within walking distance, but whenever I do need to drive, I always need to plan ahead, and even parking is impossible. Like, tell me how many times I had plans to go do something, I would drive there, I couldn't find any parking, and I had to just drive back home because of how stressful parking can be. Also, before coming to LA, I had never experienced getting my car towed, but they are so strict out here. Like, I have gotten my car towed over 5 times in the last year, and I'm usually really careful with these things, but they do not play about parking out here. I just feel like driving takes away the excitement from doing a lot of things. And then gas prices are also crazy here as well, which is one of the big reasons I had bought my Tesla, because at one point I was paying $80 to $90 to fill up my tank every week. Honestly, one of my biggest regrets is not getting my Tesla sooner. And because I do have plans on coming back, I'm not going to be selling my car when I leave. I'm going to have my family hold on to it for me for a little bit until I decide how long I will be gone for. If you're planning to move here, you have been warned.
let's get into some of my favorite things to do here in LA. Starting off with going to galleries and museums. Blum has to be at the top of my list. They always have new shows, and this is also usually where you could find the Yoshitomo Nara exhibits. Every time that there's a new one, I'm the first one there. I will miss getting to watch the sunsets here, the beaches, the cool views.
One huge perk about being an influencer living in LA is getting to go to the cool LA events. There is always influencer events going on, and almost every single time that I've gone to one, I do a terrible job at vlogging it. Tonight I actually got invited to one, and I thought I would bring you guys along with me. A lot of the times I go to events alone, but tonight I'm actually bringing my friend with me. She's gonna be coming over soon, and we're gonna be getting ready to go together. So for a little bit of a life update, these next 2 weeks before I move in will be very stressful. I know me moving is pretty sudden. I wasn't planning on moving yet. This was all a last minute decision, and I've been trying to make this whole thing as smooth as possible since moving is usually pretty stressful. I started doing the whole apartment hunting, which I will be posting a video on because I did actually get to go see some apartments in person. As for the stuff that I will be taking though, I do need to start packing. Last week I had gone to Home Depot, bought a couple of boxes, and today I just need to go through my apartment again and get rid of as much stuff as possible. I feel like every time I've moved so far, it makes me realize how much stuff I own. This is my third time moving, by the way, and since this is also the biggest apartment I've gotten so far, I definitely have accumulated way too much stuff. Last week I posted this whole deep cleaning video. I went out, I donated a bunch of stuff. I managed to fill up quite a few boxes. It's so sad. I'm officially packing up my apartment, and I know you guys probably think I'm crazy because it feels like I just moved in. I kept talking about how this was my dream apartment and I'm just leaving now. Like, how could it get any better than this? But we gotta move on to a new chapter. I'm seriously gonna miss this place. I'm gonna have to continue this process for the rest of the night. So far I've managed to fill up some boxes of things I'm going to be putting in a storage, stuff I'm going to be donating, and then things that I'm actually going to be selling. In my last video I mentioned that I'm going to be at the Silver Lake Flea Market on January 26th. If you guys want to come say hi to me, I'm going to be selling my entire closet there. So I decided that as a goodbye to my apartment, I was gonna host a little gathering, which I've never done. In my last apartment I wanted to do something like this so badly, but my apartment was too small, and ever since I moved into this place I kept telling myself that I would host something, and then I just never did. So I thought that because I'm moving out, this would be the perfect opportunity since these are the last moments where all of my furniture is still here. And I also thought it was silly because it's actually my cat's birthday this month, so I sent out these invites inviting people to my cat's birthday party. I'm having my friend come over and help me. We're gonna be turning my apartment into a cat party.
Cat. While the cupcakes were in the oven, we got started on the decorating. We blew up balloons. I put up this poster where I wrote down the menu for the guests. Okay, the cupcakes came out super cute and they're super green. This one has like the chocolate sticking out. These are good. I think I just did something. It's kind of getting stuck to the paper though. They're super matcha-y. It's like the perfect matcha cupcake. So here we have the setup. My camera wasn't recording, but we just added this cat garland along the cabinets, his non-existent cat friends. We have the meow balloons and some pretty flowers that my friend brought me. All of the human snacks. These are fresh fish, are worms from the ground, string. Over here, I have this mini Polaroid and extra film so that I can get pictures at his birthday party. My one cute cat Sony, this photo of Leo in human form, and then the human menu and everything that we will be serving at his birthday party. Okay, we're gonna be putting on the cat playlist.
Here we have an assortment of cat books for the guests to enjoy. This is his meow book. Literally just says meow. This one gives you the history of cats. And then we have a Hello Kitty magazine. I'm also gonna be framing this photo of him. And cat wine. We have the wine cups. We have this basket full of cat food. Over here we have the cupcake making station. This professional photo of Leonardus. These are the matcha cupcakes. We're gonna put strawberries on them, cutouts of his face. We're gonna be sticking onto the cupcakes. And then we're gonna be making the whipped cream. Then this is the cake making station. We're gonna make his birthday cake. We have these Icelandic fish. These are for the topping. This is what we're gonna use to decorate. And this is his birthday hat and a little birthday candle.
So it was time for the guests to arrive, and all of the guests of the male species were forced to show up in a tux to match Leo's outfit, of course.
Very spiritual.
Meow. Meow, 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 meow.
Oh my god.
This was my first time ever hosting something, and I had so much fun. I cannot believe I haven't done this before. Here are all of the girlies decorating their mini cakes. This is my cat getting served some cat wine for his second birthday party. We decorated a mini cake for him with all of his favorite cat ingredients. And we sang happy birthday to him in meow language. Then we ended the night opening his cat gifts. All of this was also a week before my birthday, so everyone brought me a little gift as well.